Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm so glad you're here. Today's date is October 17th, 2022. And today in the news, we're hearing that Kanye West, who's now legally known as Ye, is going to be buying a social media platform called Parler. And the reason he's doing that is he was recently banned from Instagram and Twitter. And got to admire that creativity and finding a way to not have your personal voice stifled, huh? So, anyway, let's take a little look into this situation and then we'll see what the cards have to say. When I was doing this, I read it first on alt media sites. I will be sharing less alt media sites with you so that YouTube doesn't mind. But in the Huffington Post, Kanye West to buy social media platform Parler after kicked off Twitter and Instagram. He made some comments about Jewish people that were deemed to be offensive, and I didn't like them either. But that was why he was kicked off of those platforms. Then there's an MSNBC item that's available on YouTube from today about that. I listened to it. It's 1 minute, 19 seconds. And this was interesting. The snark that was going on here, to me, sounded almost fearful. And I don't think it was that MSNBC fears Parler per se as a platform or competition, but mainstream media, CNN and other major outlets, including MSNBC, are at a 20-year low on viewership. And that means that it's not just the far right who's tuning them out. It's almost everybody. So their formula for success isn't working anymore. And that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit before I get into cards real quick, because I know you want to look at the cards more than listening to me. But platforms like Twitter and Instagram require that you be a certain age to participate. And it's an age, whether it's 14 or 18, that they have decided where people can make, some informed decisions about what they read or listen to or what have you. All of those platforms have a mute button, have a block button, have a block capability. So I find it kind of condescending and offensive to tell me that you're going to block a voice because, in your opinion, they're consistently offensive. I can do that. I will do that. And they block some voices I didn't find offensive, but I found very like, yeah, that's true. Say it, go for it. So I don't buy that they're doing it for our own good, that they're stifling voices for our own good. They have reasons for it and not reasons that are for our own good. So anyway, Kanye has found a workaround. And I would like to say one other thing about that. His tweets. He specified Jewish people in his tweets. I personally have respect for all humanity and major religions. I have respect for them, whether I, buy into their precepts or not. And I just wonder if he's not railing against the Khazarian mafia, which hides behind, throws up cries of anti-Semitism when people become aware of that horrible organization, and they hide behind it. Just like, their evil hid behind, the Vatican. And so I wonder, I mean, I would like it to be that what he's really offended by and wants to see an end of is Khazarian mafia. And if that, I would like that to be what, because I'm anti-KM too. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you look at their history and their precepts, which includes child sacrifice, oh my gosh, yes, I'm anti them to the end of time. Absolutely. So I hope I don't get dinged for that phrase I just said. Okay, moving on. Let's see what the cards have to say about Mr. Kanye West, his purchase of Parler, and what that will mean for Parler's voice and place in the lineup of social media platforms. Okay, what information and insights can be shared with us about this sale of Parler to Kanye West? And is there insights also about that platform moving forward? So, the sale and future of the platform. Please let us know what you have to say. Page of Cups, the Emperor, the Hermit, Seven of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, well, we got the Page of Cups showing up for our question about this sale. Was it going through? Is it going to happen? And are there insights and information to be had from the universe for us? Now, the Page of Cups is a card of connection and guidance and often a surprise gift. Okay, so Mr. West has used his connections, and it looks like his connections actually tie right back into the White Hats. To proceed with this buying a Parler. I don't think it's any mere coincidence that Twitter is being sold to Elon Musk and Kanye is buying Parler. And then we have Truth Social, which is Mr. T's platform. I don't think that's I think that more and more what were considered alt media social sites are going to be mainstreamed. And the mainstream is going down the drain. Okay, we have in the recent past the Hermit card. Now, he's wise energy, sometimes off planet. I don't really see this as an off planet type of interest or situation card. And he's looking down here at the Page of Cups, which again is one of guidance. And so there is some guidance that's being had. There is a white hat element to this purchase going on. Mr. West has some white hat connections and maybe just playing a part. Maybe the controversy and stuff is just all part of a long game that's being played. But it does look like the sale's going through. We have down here for the near future the Three of Pentacles, which is a card of connection and agreement. So again, we've got more connection, partnership going on here. It's going to be a very good one, although it is going to be not without its issues as the sale moves forward. Just as we saw with Mr. Musk, it took months and negotiations and what have you. And there's still a lot of drama going on with that sale. There's going to be some with this one too. But overall, Parler's been struggling for their place in the social media strata, and it looks like that struggle is going to be less in the future, especially if they find a way to just simply welcome free speech as long as there's no violence and hate involved, and truly make sure that it's hate before they step in. And then they can item by item do the weeding that they need to do, not just censor an entire voice, or in the case of America right now, an entire huge chunk of the population. Let's see if we can get some more information here. We got the Knight of Wands showing up. Knight of Wands is going to be showing us that he's a restless energy. He can be a little reckless, and that may be Mr. West too. So he may need to lock his cell phone up when he parties or something. Keep himself out of trouble in the future. The Knight of Wands can be a little reckless, but he is fearless and he is forward motion. And so it's kind of like full speed ahead going on here. The Queen of Cups is about some emotional intelligence, and that does need to be brought into this whole situation. Although, if what I'm reading that there is a white hat connection here for Mr. West, that's going to include some emotional and strategical intelligence that will help this all to come to a satisfying end for Parler and for Mr. West. So the purchase, the sale of Parler is going to happen according to the cards and the news. And I'm a big fan of free speech, which means sometimes you hear things that offend you. And if you do, pull up your big boy or big girl britches and deal with it. Block the creator, mute the comment, what have you. But don't ever fall into any kind of trust or belief that the entire platform can make those decisions for you and do so impartially and lovingly, because that just ain't going to happen. So that's it for tonight from Laura's View and Tarot 2. Thank you so much for your time. It's precious. You chose to spend a little of it with me, and I do appreciate that. I'd like to also give a big welcome to new subscribers and resubscribers, because I do have one of those channels where that has to happen. Sometimes you'll find that you've been unsubscribed and it wasn't an action you took. So if you had to come back, thank you. Welcome back. I give you my love. And for people that have donated to my account on Buy Me a Coffee, thank you for the sweet sentiments you share, as well as your generosity. I do appreciate that. Please, though, don't feel obligated to do that. Only do it if you can afford to. Okay? It's nice, but it's not something that's going to be essential to me. Okay? What matters more to me is your support, which can be just simply emotional and spiritual. That's important too. So till next time, stay in the light and keep your vibration high. And I know we're in some pivotal times, but I do think we got this, guys. We have this. Okay. I do think the war's been won. There's just a scenario playing out as cleanup happens in the background and what have you. I do believe that. Good night.